Brandon Gill did something very near and dear to my heart. He showed receipts to the head of NPR, this mayor lady, and it is truly fantastic. You got to see it.
Do you believe that America is addicted to white supremacy?
I believe that I tweeted that, and as I've said earlier, I believe much of my thinking has evolved over the last half decade.
It has evolved. Why did you tweet that?
I don't recall the exact context, sir, so I wouldn't be able to say.
Okay. Do you believe that America believes in black plunder and white democracy?
I don't believe that, sir.
You tweeted that in reference to a book you were reading at the time, apparently, The Case for Reparations.
I don't think I've ever read that book, sir.
You tweeted about it. You said you took a day off to fully read The Case for Reparations. You put that on Twitter in January of 2020.
Apologies, I don't recall that I did.
Okay.
I no doubt that your tweet there is correct, but I don't recall that.
I don't know about y'all, but if I have tweeted out about a book that I have read, I've probably read it. The only other case that one can make for, I don't remember reading this book, I don't recall, would be that you were tweeting out that you've read a book for social media credibility. You know, like, I've read this, so look how much like you individuals I am, which is a worse answer, but could in fact be an honest answer. You know, didn't go with that. I don't recall.
Okay. Do you believe that white people inherently feel superior to other races?
I do not.
You don't? You tweeted something to that effect. You said, I grew up feeling superior. How white of me. Why did you tweet that?
I think I was probably reflecting on what it was to grow up in an environment where I had lots of advantages.
It sounds like you're saying that white people feel superior.
I don't believe that anybody feels that way, sir. I was just reflecting on my own experiences.
Do you think that white people should pay reparations?
I have never said that, sir.
Yes, you did. You said it in January of 2020. You tweeted, yes, the North, yes, all of us, yes, America, yes, our original collective sin and unpaid debt, yes, reparations, yes, on this day.
I don't believe that was a reference to fiscal reparations, sir.
What kind of reparations was it a reference to?
I think it was just a reference to the idea that we all owe much to the people who came before us.
That's a bizarre way to frame what you tweeted.
By the way, I went just for kicks and giggles. Not that, we all know that she's lying here. And no person with an IQ that is above Frosty would be able to argue that reparations can mean that we're supposed to think about who came before us. Oh my goodness. Oh no, please, Brandon, keep going.
Okay. How much reparations have you personally paid?
Sir, I don't believe that I've ever paid reparations.
Okay, it's just for everybody else.
I'm not asking anyone
Seems
to pay
to be what you're
reparations, sir.
suggesting. Do you believe that looting is morally wrong?
I believe that looting is illegal, and I refer to it as counterproductive. I think it should be prosecuted.
Do you believe it's morally wrong, though?
Of course.
Of course. Then why did you refer to it as counterproductive? It's a very different way to describe it.
It is both morally wrong and counterproductive, as well as being
You
illegal.
tweeted, it's hard to be mad about protests in reference to the BLM protests, not prioritizing the private property of a system of oppression. You didn't condemn the looting. You said that it was counterproductive. NPR also promoted a book called In Defense of Looting. Do you think that that's an appropriate use of taxpayer dollars?
I'm unfamiliar with that book, sir, and I don't believe that was at my time
You
at
tweeted
NPR.
that you read that book, but...
I don't...
That is exactly how it should be done, by the way. Anyone out there who is considering what is the best possible way to do combative analysis, in any case where you are holding someone accountable, is to actually show the receipts. That's how you do it. That is my favorite style of writing. If you go and read any of my reporting and writing, where it is analysis or it is reporting, if it says commentary underneath it, I can't guarantee it, but that's commentary. That's not necessarily analysis or reporting. When you see analysis or reporting under the story that I've written, you will see that it is filled with these fancy things called hyperlinks. And these hyperlinks link to a source that proves what I am suggesting as my assertion. That's how you do it. That's it. And what I've always said that the right struggles with, down at its core, is keeping a database, a record, a list of receipts. Because then couple of weeks later, the left comes up when you make an accusation because there's some kind of a big scandal. There's something out there that happens. There's a drag queen that's gyrating in front of a child in lingerie, and it's gross and it's disgusting, and everyone agrees. And then 3 weeks later, you will have some Democrats say, there's no drag queen that's ever done anything that could be damaging to a child. If you have the receipts, then you get to shove that in their face repeatedly and smack them with the screen. So, in the case of Brandon Gill versus the NPR head, all you have to do is say you tweeted that you bragged about how racial reparations you were and how awful you thought America was. And your company is garbage and it's terrible and it's biased and taxpayers shouldn't be funding this. And all she can say is, I've changed a lot over the last 5 years. I don't believe you. You're a liar. And the reason I can say you're a liar is because the evidence is right here in front of everyone.